My name is Oscar Ramos. I'm a teacher here at the Preuss School. I've been teaching for 15 years now.
My name is Andre. I'm a fourth year at UC San Diego.
My name is Tiffany Majors. I'm a teacher at the Preuss School UCSD.
My name is Barakit Fikre. I am a senior at the Preuss School UCSD.
My name is Troy Williams. My profession is a student affairs professional. I work in the Black Resource Center at UCSD.
My name is Stephanie Garcia. I am a teacher at the Preuss School UCSD.
My name is Brian Mauricio Campos Cordero. I identify mostly with the LGBT Resource Center.
I'm someone who gets lots of different stereotypes depending on what people think I am and who's the people thinking about it. So sometimes people don't know whether I'm Mexican or Native American or Middle Eastern or Pacific Islander. Like, I get lots of questions about where I'm from, and it's funny because sometimes depending on what people think I am, I sort of get a different sort of stereotype. You can sort of see the way that they treat me in public, where they sort of see through me.
Intimidating. I think that's one of the funniest ones because I'm one of the most caring and loving people.
After reflecting on it, I think that a stereotype of low expectations was placed on me in high school. I remember one specific incident with my high school counselor. The high school that I went to, we had the option of taking college classes, so I wanted to do that. And I remember talking with my high school counselor about it, and she asked me a question like, are you sure you can do that? And I just kind of looked at her and I was like, yeah.
When I arrived in graduate school, people had never really met a person who was intellectual. Like, I'm very intelligent, and I'm also extremely, for lack of a better term, street as well.
I am lazy, that I'm just a funny guy that has nothing of substantial to talk about, and that I'm not intelligent.
Most people assume that I'm a Spanish teacher. So when I tell them I'm an English teacher, they're kind of surprised because, I think that's just a general assumption.
That I'm gay, that I don't speak English, and I think those are the two main ones, just because of how I look like and how I present myself.
I think it's similar with a lot of Black students and a lot of Latino students where if you're a nerd, then there's a lot of pressure against that.
People kind of believe that the only two ways that you can be successful in my community was in the music industry or in the or as an athlete, right? So I wasn't good at either one of those, so that kind of limited my views for a while.
Once I graduated from high school and went to college and got involved with other like-minded women in college, we were very aware of the kinds of low expectations and stereotype placed on Black women, and we all actively worked against those. I told myself I was not going to be a statistic.
Early in my life, I wasn't as eloquent a speaker as I am now, and people used to say that was because of my race, of how I grew up and how my culture is. And that is a stereotype that I had to break through and had to dismember.
If you don't speak Spanish and kind of don't fit the mold of what, a Mexican woman looks like, in their perception, then you're not Mexican, or you're not Mexican enough.
I'm not gay, I'm not straight nor bisexual, I'm actually queer. And I identify as queer because it's a different type of identity that that serves as an umbrella term for LGBTQIA plus community.
Why would people expect something of me or assume something of me without knowing me, without knowing Tiffany?
Growing up with stereotypes really gave me something to defeat, growing up something to challenge. My parents used to always tell me that I'm not just my skin, I'm not just what people perceive me to be. And throughout my life, that is something that I've been trying to challenge.
I was always surrounded around Black people and beautiful positivity when it comes to Black people. However, the systematic oppression that that I experienced as a youth. It was things that people weren't aware that they were placing on me. My teachers even would say, gosh, you said, when I met you, I definitely had you labeled as something else than what you are.
I feel like a lot of the time the groupings are the same. I think that a lot of children are still separating themselves by class and race. But the one thing I guess I would say is different than from when I was growing up, we had all of those cliques. I just feel like kids are meaner right now.
As a kid, it would be like somebody in my class is making a racist joke or saying I look like some person in a movie, and then the whole class laughing and I'm the only one not laughing. And then me not knowing how to navigate that because everyone's laughing, the teacher's laughing. So who do I even go to feel validated if no one in the school or in the classroom was going to stick up for me?
I think growing up hearing stereotypes, especially like stereotypes targeted at me, very much affected my life. They were hurtful, like I took them to heart, and just hearing them over and over again, like by different people or by the same people, it gets tiring and it gets annoying.
Unfortunately, I think that we still face a lot of the same stereotypes. Things haven't changed. People think racism doesn't exist. It still exists, and this is 2017. It's more subtle. I think there are a lot of superficial conversations happening, but I think that a lot of people think that's enough, just having a conversation. That's kind of where any action ends.
Since I've been knowing the same people since I first came into my school until now, I've been able to defy many of the stereotypes that they first had about me. Now many people don't see me as just an athletic kid that just likes to fool around. Many people see me as a person that they can have an intelligent conversation with, and that is something that I feel like I have, through my actions and over the course of my 7 years here at my school, been able to defy.
You just never know how people really view you, because it does not match a lot of the time how you view yourself.
I think in general, stereotypes in high school are more like immature and more naive, and you see more folks that are less educated in different communities and different identities. And when you're in college, they're at a different level. It's a whole different experience in college, whether like in comparison to high school and college. I hear less stereotypes in college, but there's also more hateful actions in college than you would see in high school.
To me, being ghetto or being hood, it represents the struggle that I went through, right? Throughout that struggle, throughout all of that, I am still intelligent. So I embrace that part of me. I had to take it upon myself to be able to break down those barriers. When I was 18, I owned, operated, and started my own business that was successful. I generated well over $1 million.
When I was in high school, and still to this day, I love Star Trek. I was a Trekkie.
Many people do not expect me to be as interested into poetry and writing as I am actually. And I guess first glance, maybe it's because of how I am or how I speak, or maybe just because of my race.
I think what folks don't see is that I really love to roller skate. I love it so much. Like, I have my own customized roller skates.
What's unfortunate though, so I work in this space and I'm constantly seeing students who are dealing with stereotypes, and I would love to look them in the face and say it's going to be okay, stay strong, it's going to get better. But it doesn't. Like, it really, people are still going to place those stereotypes on you. It's just up to you of how you deal with that.
You're the one that creates your own story, your own destiny, and that is something that is in your own control. So don't give in, don't give up, bless up.
Just being yourself and not feeling like you have to fit a certain mold just because of what you are, and being open-minded to just all kinds of different friends.
You don't love all the complicated parts of yourself. It's going to be very difficult to overcome how other people think about you. There's a person that looks like you that talked about your struggle. It's never going to change until someone talks about it. if you care about what other people think about you, you're already behind.
Stay strong. Definitely reach out to folks in community. Negative stereotypes like due to my sexuality, my gender, and my race, and like even my status here in the country, like it makes you think and ponder like who you are as a person and whether you should present those stereotypes to these people as true or make an effort to prove them false and be confident in your identity.